Hey guys, it's Kimberly, and today's video we are going to be testing out and reviewing a brand new product, and that is the One Size Beauty Ultimate Setting Powder and the matching Ultimate Puff. If you don't know, One Size Beauty is a brand by the YouTuber here, Patrick Starr, and he basically created this brand fairly recently and has already had multiple launches of different products. And I have tried his, let's show you, his eyeshadow palette right here and his eyeliners, and they are really, I mean, top quality. And if you haven't seen my review of that, I did a review on that little collection there, so you can go check it out. But so far, everything I've tried from him has literally been like some of my favorite makeup ever. So I am hoping that this stuff will also just top the charts, and I'll be super excited. So without further ado, I am ready to put it on my face. Okay, so I already have a primer on, so we're gonna go straight in with some foundation. And I just really wanted to show me like using the whole product and stuff. So you guys are gonna see me put on my base as well today, which is actually kind of fun because I feel like that's something that you guys don't see me do too often, because most of my videos are reviewing either like eyeshadow palettes or collections, but most of their collections don't include like a foundation or a powder or something like very basic for the face like that. So kind of fun. So I'm just gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Cream Beige, which is the darker shade I own. Most of the time I mix this with one other shade, but I don't know if you can tell because I'm super pale, but I did self-tan like a couple days ago. So I think I'm just gonna go in with this dark one. So now that I have my foundation on, I just wanna go in with a little bit of concealer because I want to get like, I don't always go in with concealer, most of the time I do, but sometimes I'll skip it, but I wanna make sure that I do like all the possible steps because I want to see how this powder really sets everything. So we're gonna go in with the Boing Cakeless Concealer from Benefit, super cute, and I am going in with the shade number 3. And I'm just going to put a little under the eyes and on my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. That is that is so light now that I self-tanned, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna go in with my foundation brush that I was using and blend that out. I feel like especially if you have a super light concealer shade and you're worried that it's too light, if you blend it out with the foundation brush that you were just using to do your foundation, I feel like that helps a lot because you still have some of that remaining foundation on that brush. So it kind of helps just to blur everything together and just tone that down a little bit. I mean, it's still definitely I didn't finish my forehead, don't think I'm crazy. It's still definitely a very brightening effect, but it doesn't look insane. Okay, so that is what we've got going on right now. But before I set my face, I actually want to go in with this cream bronzer that I got in my Ipsy. And I've been using it every single day since. So because that's something that I've been loving, I really just want to do the whole thing. And Patrick Starr is known for a really full beat. So you know what? I feel like his products should be good for a serious full beat. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm just going in with this Yensa Silk Bronzing Base in Sunlit Glow. Yeah, Sunlit Glow. And I'm just going in with the brush that it came with and bronzing everything up. Okay, so I am happy with that. So now on to the powder, the main event. This is the one size powder right here. They have a travel size version, which is $16, but this is the full size, which is $30, and it is 34.5 grams. So here is what it looks like. Super cute, pink top with the one size on it. And yeah, I believe this is in the shade Translucent, and you just screw off the top. I really like the way the packaging feels. And then we have this big old protector on top that you can like swing open. Okay. Oh, and then there's like one of those plastic protective stickers. Oh yeah, there we go. And looks like the powder comes out of the slash in the center, so it's a very big hole for the powder to come out of. So I'm just leaving the protector out and putting the lid over top and pouncing some powder out. Oh, okay, that just got a lot of powder out. Okay, well, I guess we're really going for it. I'm not typically a puff user, but we are using the puff today, and we're gonna see how that goes. So this is a little puff. I love the little like baggie that it comes in. I don't know, I feel like it's very cute. And the puff retails for $14. So, ooh, it's very like thick. It's like a thicker puff than I thought. Cute little band. And something I really like about this is that it has that flat edge. So we're gonna try to bake today too, which I don't normally do. But yeah, so first off, we're just gonna take like the rounded side and I'm gonna dip in to my powder. And I'm just gonna start like patting it under my eyes first. And just start trying to set my face. My forehead. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I thought this was gonna be weird using a puff because I literally do not ever use a puff for powder. I don't even use a beauty blender for powder. I pretty much strictly use brushes. But I'm actually starting to feel like this, I don't know if it's the powder that looks really nice or if I actually like the idea of tapping my powder on, because I feel like I'm not disturbing the makeup underneath, which is really nice. And I don't know why, like, duh, obviously, because you're not sweeping, you're just pushing. So I don't know, obviously, like, I don't know why I wouldn't have thought of that, but I'm kind of like feeling this vibe of like a puff more than I thought I was going to. Kind of interesting. I will say though, see, I didn't powder this bronzer, see how much you can see it? And then this side, it kind of disappeared. So I will say, I don't think this is completely translucent. I do think there's a little bit of coverage to it because it is kind of taking away my bronzer a little bit, which is fine. I don't mind that. I really, even though I've been using that bronzer, I do like to still go in with the powder over top. I just feel like it makes it look more dimensional and more natural to have the two layers of bronzer, which is probably excessive, but I don't know, just something I've been doing lately. Okay, so I'm like super happy with that. And like I'm looking in the mirror and my skin actually looks really, really smooth. And I feel like I was able to get the powder really on and really everywhere. I will say I'm like cracking a little bit by my nose. I have dry skin and I feel like this, I don't know if it's the powder or if it's the puff. I think the powder is very, I think it's a good powder. I think it's really gonna help set things. But the puff, I feel like it was a really nice way to apply it, but I almost feel like I seriously powdered my face probably better than I ever powder my face normally. And I have dry skin, so I probably don't need this much powder on my face. I feel like I look dry, but again, I have really dry skin, but I look very smooth. Now, that being said, I don't know, because I'm not used to a puff, if I have like a lot of excess powder on my face. So I'm just gonna go in with the brush, like a really flimsy, long-haired brush, and I'm just gonna like dust my face very lightly just to see if I have any excess, just to kind of get it off. Because I feel like I could potentially have some excess going on right now. But so far, so good. Like, I love the way my under eye area looks. And I feel like it very evenly powdered my face, and so my powder products are gonna go on nice over top. That's just what I'm thinking. So let's go in with some powder products and see how they lay over top of this. So I'm gonna go in with a bronzer actually that I don't like very much, which maybe isn't a good idea to see how well it lays, but I want to try baking after I put this on. So this powder is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which I know tons of people love, but for whatever reason, I feel like on me, it looks a little crazy. Like, I feel like it's too much. It's like messy or dark, or I don't know, there's just something about it that is just not really my favorite. So I'm going to use it and then see if we can clean it up and make it look really nice with the baking and the straight edge of this puff. So we're gonna go in and do that. I mean, that's pretty dark, but I was gonna say, of course, I go in with it now and it looks really pretty. Like, usually I feel like it's splotchy, and maybe I'm just not setting my face. Maybe this is a drier textured product and I don't set my face well enough for it, because I don't really have the problem with other bronzers, but this one usually seems to cling in certain places, but I don't know, on top of this powder, it doesn't seem to be doing that. So maybe these are a match made in heaven. Maybe I'll be happier with this bronzer when I'm using this powder. That'd be kind of cool. Okay. So I think that that's good for the bronzer. Now we're gonna go in with a little bit of blush. I have NARS Orgasm. Just gonna pop a little bit on my cheeks. And a little highlight, of course. All of these powder products have been laying really nice over top of this powder. Like, honestly, my face looks as smooth as I think it's ever has. The powders are just laying really nice and blending really nice over top of this base. So again, not disappointed. One Size has not disappointed yet. So I'm thrilled. Now, let's get into the baking situation, because I do not normally bake, but I want to give it a shot. So far, I would say loving it. It's doing great. So let's test our luck, because, you know, gotta do that. So I'm gonna go in with the flat side, and I think I need more powder. So I'm just gonna load up, because I feel like when you're baking, that's what you're supposed to do. Just get a lot of powder, right? A lot of powder on there. And I'm just gonna try and draw a straight line. I feel like that's also why I don't bake, because I'm not good at this. Like that? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll try and do the other side. That was actually really easy to do with this puff, so I am happy about that, because I feel like I struggle to make a straight line. We'll see if I can duplicate it on the other side, but let's see, how high up did I go? I feel like you can kind of tap it and glide it, and it's fairly easy to use, which I kind of like how big it is too, because it's pretty big. I mean, I have a small face, but this is pretty big. It almost fits my entire like face like this. For someone who has a bigger face, it probably does not, but I feel like you have so much like I don't even know, like surface area up here that it makes it easy to make a long line because you're not guessing too much. You can pretty much see where it's gonna start and where it's gonna end. So I do really like that about this product. Okay, so we're gonna let that bake situation sit for a little bit. I'm just gonna throw a little something on the eyes. Of course, a little one size on the eyes. I seriously love this palette. I feel like it's one of my like all-time favorite palettes. The formula is just so good and I just am seriously in love with it. But I feel like I don't get enough use out of it because with trying all these new products and reviewing them for you guys, most collections have an eyeshadow palette. I feel like, you know, that's what everybody wants to see. So I have so many eyeshadow palettes and I feel like I'm constantly playing with new things. But if I need something that I just know is like so good, gonna get the job done, and for the most part is, you know, neutral, then this is like such a go-to. This is such a good palette. If you are looking for a gift for someone for Christmas and they love makeup, if they are a neutral wearer, this palette will not disappoint. I absolutely think that this would be a great Christmas gift, holiday gift, Hanukkah gift, whatever you celebrate, birthday gift, if not, you know, whatever. I think that this is a fantastic palette. And their eyeliners, oh, their liquid Point Made eyeliner is so good. I like die. It's like the only eyeliner that I use. So that's a great little gift or stocking stuffer if you're in the market. Just thought I'd let you know. So, all right, I just messed around and put a little something on the eyes. And if you're curious, I went in with Mango first, all in the crease, and then I followed it with Suede Charm in the crease, and then put a little bit of Booked in the outer corners, Walnut Stret on the lid, and then I mixed Mango and Suede Charm for the lower lash line. Just a little quick, simple, nude, neutral look. Love it. Perfect, super easy. Do you see how fast that was? The shadows are just like so nice quality. They blend so easy and so seamless that it's like you don't even need to work for it. It just falls into your lap. This beautiful makeup just falls into your lap, literally. I love it. So now I'm just gonna throw on a little bit of mascara. I'm using my Bad Gal Bang mascara, which is right now my like all-time favorite mascara. I'm in love, and I'm just using a little travel size because, well, that's what my Ulta gave me when my Ulta first opened, because I recently just had an Ulta open near me. They were giving out little goodie bags for the first opening weekend, and it had these travel size Bad Gal Bang mascaras, and oh my gosh, I literally have been using it non-stop. I'm in love with it. Like, do you see that? I feel like I don't even need false lashes. I love it so much. Okay, so before we wipe off the bake, little update on how the rest of the face is looking. So my skin literally looks fantastic, actually. I'm like very in love with it, and I can imagine after a little squirt of setting spray, it is just gonna melt and look so yummy. And right now, I have some serious eyebrow wrinkles, and not eyebrow wrinkles, forehead wrinkles. Oh my gosh, I do not drink water like ever. Like I can tell you when the last time I drank water was super unhealthy, but I am like addicted to soda and I don't drink anything but. So my skin is just like really sad for me and wants me to drink water and be hydrated, but I'm just not. So I have very dry skin, like dehydrated dry skin. And so I have premature wrinkles, the age of 22, and my forehead is crazy looking. But I will say typically like within 20 minutes, I am like crease central in my forehead, because just from doing this and stuff, I don't know, it gets all messed up. And like, yeah, you can see my wrinkles, but I don't think there's any amount of makeup that would cover my wrinkles because I'm not like plastering them, you know what I mean? But it's not settling in them. You can just see them because I have wrinkles, but there's no like separation. The makeup isn't splitting. A lot of times the makeup will like, you know, from emoting, it like rubs off in that area, just like sometimes in smile lines it does the same. But my makeup is still like evenly distributed through my whole forehead, which is amazing. That's not normally something that really stays that well for me, so I'm very happy with the way that looks. And the underneath of my eyes, same thing, really, really soft looking. It looks just like, I don't know how to explain it, like really finely milled like powder kind of look, you know what I mean? Like it looks really soft. And I do think I look powdered, but my makeup looks really flawless. So I think if I get a squirt of setting spray, it'll kind of take away that dry look, but I will still have that really pretty finish that it has, because it does have a really gorgeous finish. So yeah, I'm super excited. I feel like the bake should come off. I don't know. I mean, how much longer do I sit with it on? I finished the rest of my makeup, right? So I'm just gonna go in again with that like flimsy brush and just see if I can dust it off. Okay, I think that worked, right? You tell me. I think that worked. Okay, so like I said, I'm not like a huge person like to bake, but I feel like that worked actually really well, and I'm very happy with it. And where I packed in the powder, like it doesn't look any drier or powdier or weirder than the rest of my face does. It looks very, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't look cakey where I had all that powder. It looks very like flawless. I can imagine if you were like a drag queen or if you do like a serious full beat, if you use like crayon paint sticks, if you use something really, really heavy, I feel like this is going to work for you and work really well. I feel like if you don't at least wear like real foundation and you are just like a like CC cream or BB cream, but I'm oily so I like to powder, I feel like this might be too much for you. But if you wear like a full coverage foundation, like a real or even a medium coverage foundation, I feel like it's nice because it is so finely milled and finely powdered that I feel like you could get away with it for lighter applications. But I do feel like it would work really well for someone who wears heavy, heavy makeup. So now I'm just gonna go in with some of my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and give me a little good spray down. And I'm gonna go in to finish off the look with a NARS lipstick in the shade Tolide, maybe? T-O-L-E with an accent, D-E. So whatever that is, and it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous color. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that on. Okay, so now that the lipstick is on and the setting mist had a minute to seep into my skin, let's take one final look and see what we think. Yeah, like I said, that final mist took any of the like excess powdery look on my face totally away. I feel like I look so smooth, and I feel like it gave a very airbrushed effect to the skin, and I'm very much so in love with it, just like I thought I would be. I will say I'm not like super in love with like this. Well, I don't know. I actually love the idea of this over one of the ones that spins, because you spin it open, right? You tap out the product, then you have a ton in your lid, you dump it back on top, but it doesn't go back in the holes, so then you spin it closed and you still have a lot of powder. Like that doesn't make much sense to me. So I do like that this fully comes off, so any of your excess powder is still under the lid. That makes a lot more sense to me. And so I do like this. I think that it's, it actually doesn't really get in the way if you put the cap, you know, over top of it like I did before. Like, let me put the excess back in here. But if you put the cap like this to turn it over to shake it, it actually really doesn't get in the way too much. It's not a big deal. What I don't really like is that it's not a regular like sifter. It is this big just slit in the center. Like, I don't know if you can see that little line that's raised, that plugs the hole. So that is the one big hole that all the powder comes out of. And it's nice because you get a decent amount of powder out at once. In the beginning I was struggling, but then I got it out. Versus some of the little holes, sometimes it's like you're banging and banging forever. So if you're someone who uses a ton of powder, then this is great. If you're someone who uses a little bit of powder, you're gonna get too much. You're just going to get too much, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know. Like, this makes me nervous because I feel like if I drop this on the floor, a lot of powder is gonna come out, versus if I drop one on the floor with the little holes, it probably like won't be a big deal, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but it's interesting. I wish that, I guess, like, in his reveal video, I was a little bit confused. I thought that maybe like if you had the lid open like this, you get the big hole, but if you had the lid closed, you'd get like tiny dots. I think that would have been cool, because then you could decide, do I want a little product, do I want a lot of product? But no, this is a full lid to stop powder from coming out completely, and if you open it up, you just have a big gaping hole. So that is, like, you know, personal preference, but I just want to mention it because that wasn't super clear to me in the video. I didn't super understand, but I don't care because I love the product that was inside of it. I feel like this looked really good. I like the puff. I like the way the puff applied the powder, but I will say it is like super dirty now, and it definitely picked up a little bit, you know, of my foundation. It doesn't look like it on my face, but I mean, it's colored. I can tell that, you know, whatever. But I feel like this is dirty now, and I'm not really sure what the care instructions for this would be. I guess I have to look on their website and see what the deal is. I don't really know how you would wash this, but to me, this is dirty, and I used it once, and I can only imagine this thing is gonna be gross. So that's just like my opinion. I don't know. I'm sure you can wash it. I just don't know how, or how annoying that would be, and how fast it's going to dry after washing it because it's a sponge. So just something to think about, but I do really like it, and I really like the shape that it does have, that flat edge, because I feel like that's very convenient. And I actually might bake a little bit more than I used to, because this product made it a lot more simple and easy for me and straightforward. So yeah, oh my gosh, overall this is another successful one size launch in my opinion. I love it. I love what the brand stands for. I do also believe makeup is a one size. I think that it's important for people to do what makes them happy, and makeup isn't hurting anybody, so you should use it the way you want to use it. And yeah, I just am very, very happy with this launch. And if you want to pick it up, you can pick it up on either the One Size Beauty website, which is what I do. A lot of times I prefer to buy the makeup straight from the website of the person, because I don't know, I feel like that is giving them my full support. So if I can, I try to do that, so you can get it at the One Size website. Or they also hold the One Size Beauty brand in Sephora and on Sephora online, which is amazing because, you know, people got gift cards for Sephora, holiday shopping's done at Sephora, you can pick up a bunch of different things. So girl, I get it, don't worry about it. I'm not like pushing the idea of buying off websites, but I also think my shipping is much faster when I order it directly from the website versus Sephora. I ordered some things from Sephora, and I am waiting, and this I ordered from One Size, and I actually got this a couple days ago, but you guys know I posted so many bonus videos, I just could not post another one, so this one had to wait. But yeah, their shipping is super fast. And like I said, this big guy right here is $30. They have a travel for $16 and the puff is $14. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.